Call this Jackson County Commission work session, November 19th, 2018 to order. Roll call, Mr. Manning.
Yes, sir. Mr. Rich?
Present.
Mr. Venable?
Present.
Ms. Gilbert?
Present.
Mr. Sis?
Present.
Chairman also present.
We'll have our prayer of Mr. Porter and the pledge of Mr. Gifford.
Let's pray together. God our Father, we're blessed. This is a time that we think about the things in our lives that we're thankful for. We're thankful for this commission and those that have engaged in public service. We're thankful for our families. We're thankful for all the blessings that you provide us, and we're thankful to live in this county. We pray you'll continue to watch over us and guide us, and through this season as we travel, God, we pray for safety. Watch over us and guide us in Christ's name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have no award presentations. We got public comment. Is Ms. Gifford.
Yes. Hi, everyone. If you guys don't know me, my name is Meg Gifford. I work over at City Hall doing events and things like that. Why I'm here tonight is because we are getting ready to do the Jingle Bell trees again, the Jingle Bell Trail that we did last year with the trees around the square. Businesses can purchase those and decorate them. Last year we were in the middle of the street renovation, streetscape, so the flower beds were empty. There were no trees or shrubs planted yet, so we used that space to actually plant the trees. This year, those are full for the majority, so there's going to be about 60 trees that we need to put actually on county property here on the lawn. So I have a general liability release for you guys, just basically giving us permission to put the trees on the lawn, and then the city will accept the liability for that. Do you guys have any questions? Or?
Yeah, make sure copy that we can do in this quarter.
Yes, I think, and I had emailed it also today.
When will it start?
The trees will actually be here this week, and then they'll start decorating next week, and it starts December 1st is when the public will be in and looking.
And then there's the event on December 9th. Right?
Yes.
And then we'll see this year. Did you email it to Short?
Mhm.
Oh.
All right.
Thank you, Nick.
Let's skip the part. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, on this behalf, since Ms. Nippers is here, I know you're aware of the problem we had on Halloween night.
Yes.
I don't think this event will cause any kind of a blockage in traffic, but just for future, if we have any kind of events on the square, understand we do business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We've got to be able to get our patrol cars in here. We could not get in here that night. We had to park at Gonzo's to walk over here to do our business. And if we had a prisoner under arrest to get a warrant, we have to leave a prisoner unattended or have another car come down. That's just ridiculous. So we cannot block our side of the square. We've got to have access in and out. I think Ms. Nipper's been made aware of that, but
Yeah.
that was not very well planned on anybody's part.
Since the square's changed, I guess that.
Well, it was-
affects some, but did we not block off the corner?
The square was actually designed to do that, so you could block 3 sides and keep one side open,
Right.
but the 2 sides that were blocked were our side and the other side. It ended up being the whole square was blocked. I mean, it really
Yes, it was a huge.
It was a huge event. It was a great event, and I think it's wonderful to have those things, but as long as we're doing business here, we've got to be able to get in and out. We had dispatchers that had to walk blocks to get here, and I mean, one of them's not very healthy, and she had a problem getting in. So it's an issue for us that we just need to make sure that if you coordinate with them, maybe with us, or anything, we appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next, we approve the agenda of the meeting. I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I like that motion.
Need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, first thing on the discussion item list is the DHR lease agreement. You know, we went back and forth on this, after talking to several people. DHR does have a place to go to, so we're gonna have to, as a commission, make a decision to keep it as it is, or to let them go as renters. Because if we don't keep it as it is, they're gonna build another facility.
The only other option would be if we went up on the rent, if we, took over the maintenance.
Right.
And with what they were requesting, I just don't
Right.
see us being able to do that.
So this way, they'll be responsible for all the
Everything.
maintenance.
Yeah, and the roof needs to be, that needs to be
That would be
serious
them.
roof. That would be the,
That's the
because
main-
under their maintenance agreement, it covered, we was going to cover the toilet paper and cleaning supplies and bulbs, everything. So it's kind of hard to put a dollar amount on something like that. So we need to put it on the agenda for next week to go one way or another. Any suggestions?
Are they, wanting to hold a 5-year lease agreement, and we willing to do less of a lease agreement?
I think, Mr. Ford, I think they would.
I think it would too. What we may want to do, if the commission is inclined to stick with the current agreement, that is basically $1 square foot, that we go back to them and say, okay, we'll do this for a shorter period of time, give everybody more time to think about it and figure out something. So, and I don't think they would object to that. They wanted 5 years, because that's what they always want.
Right.
We can go back to them with a shorter period of time and say, well, assuming the commission is, that's what you want to do, is we'll renew it basically on the same terms, but for a shorter period of time.
Right. So we can try to do 12, 24 months, something like that. I mean, I don't know if they'd want to go below 24 months or not.
I don't think below 24.
I started to say, it wouldn't really benefit us if we went under 24 either, trying to come up with something because it's gonna be back on the table before we know it.
Right.
Well,
And it's been a long time, that's the ordeal as it is.
I mean, keep them from moving and everything, I don't see why they wouldn't have an objection to that.
Yeah.
24 or 36 months, 55.
We can do 24 with the renewal option.
That's
A couple of those.
Is everybody in agreement, put that on the agenda then for next week?
24 with the
the
renewal option.
Next item is the New Year's holiday. Everybody's got a calendar in your folder. Looks like Monday the 31st is New Year's Eve, and then Tuesday. So we want to do Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
yeah, it's,
Or neither?
I mean, well, Tuesday's the state holiday.
So everybody good with Monday and Tuesday?
That'll give us 3 days available to the public for rest of that week. What about it, Jason?
We'll vote Monday.
Next is Jackson County Park Cabin. Mr. Boyd.
Received the package, you have a letter from Esther's Cleaning Services and more. They're giving it up and we're gonna move on, so we're gonna need new cleaning service. I have one lined up but they're just giving us 30 days. I don't think that's gonna give us time enough to put it out there to give it another person, so. I've got somebody done lined up and they know how the licenses and the insurances and all that stuff.
Is it at the same rate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna be in there.
And you just got this one ordered, are we okay with doing this?
Well, it depends on what the amount is.
Yeah, that's what I
For the annual amount.
$1 million.
Oh, I'm talking about
No, no.
how much we're gonna pay them.
Oh, $50 per cabin, same as it is.
You know how much it was overall for the whole year? The reason being,
Like
if
you're one of the-
it's more than
It's less than
10,
$10,000.
less than 10,
Yeah.
you're okay.
That's all in there.
these that you've got lined up, I mean, are they in the cleaning business, doing it every day? But, they know what they're facing.
But if they don't, they'll be getting somebody else.
That's what I'm saying, are they already lined up as cleaning system?
We'll put that on the agenda for next week. Next is generator maintenance contract. This is pretty standard. This is what we've done for the last, I think, the last 6 years that we've been in here. And it's the same price, I believe, as last year. Is that right, Mr. Manning?
I think that's correct.
Basically what they do, our generators, they come in and do the maintenance on it, check them, make sure they're up and going on. First page, you'll see the basic service and the 41-point inspection and all that.
This is EMA in the jail, is that where they're at?
Any comment, discussion on this item? No, we'll put this on the agenda for next week. Next is the Mountain Lakes Behavioral Health Care. The first one that we're gonna look at is, we've got an opening on the board, and this is somebody who's put in for it. And then, the other one is the Stepping Up Grant. We do this each year. All it does is give me the authority to sign the grant. It don't cost the county anything. Is that right, Mr. Porter? It's just
Correct.
just a normal thing we do each year.
We've only had one person,
That's it.
But has it been advertised?
Yes.
Okay.
We can put him on, or unless y'all wanna advertise it more.
I'm happy with it, putting them on.
Yeah, we struggle getting people interested in it on that board.
All right, we'll put that on the agenda for next week. And then on the Stepping Up grant, like I said, it's just a yearly thing that we do for that grant. It's just giving me authorization to sign that. If everybody's good with that, we put that on next week's agenda also. Number 7 is equipment purchase for public works. Mr. Campbell.
Thank you, Chairman, Commissioners. In your package, you should find City of Scottsboro Street Department Asset Inventory List, just to give a description of the equipment, and I'm going to pass out a couple of photos to help you get a better idea of what we're talking about. The mayor kindly reached out to us on this, and it's a piece of equipment that they've had in their inventory. On that list, you'll see a cost that I'm assuming is what they paid for it. And it has set most of its life. It's been used some. It's basically a hot box for cold mix asphalt, hot mix asphalt, to maintain the temperature of the asphalt material until it can be used. So where we really anticipate using this piece of equipment is during these cold months, when we take that asphalt and store it outside, the cold mix asphalt, and these guys have to go out and patch with it. Warming it up just a little bit makes it so much more able to be handled and placed.
Okay.
Also, from time to time, we do go purchase hot mix asphalt. Cross drain replacements where we cut a hot mix road, we want a good hot mix surface put back in that. A lot of that requires hand work, and to maintain that warm temperature, keep it from setting on us, this would be utilized. So if we had, some of you, Mr. Sisk, I think you had asked about that one-man pothole patcher. It utilizes some of the same technology. It has other attachments that aid in placing the material, but the hot box is an essential component of that truck. So this is kind of a simpler version of that.
Yeah.
Plus, in the absence of a patching truck, this could be towed to serve the same purpose. The city had asked $10,000 for this piece of equipment, which, considering what they are new, was a real attractive price. We had our mechanics go look at it, talk with their mechanics. We're looking at probably tires, maybe batteries, and so they were agreeable to $7,000. So I wanted to bring this up as an option for purchase. The service supervisor's interested. Mechanics have given the thumbs up, so we feel good about this if we can get approval.
What type of fuel is it burning for the heater?
It's a diesel burner.
Diesel burner.
My only question, Jonathan, is, when was the last time it was used?
They used it for a few seasons, as I understand it. Their patching technology has changed on their process, I guess I should say. And you've probably seen it on the city streets. They used to square cut the holes, take this material, place it in it, and compact it. That's kind of gone away, as I understand it, and it's just placed over the hole now instead of prep work. This was used when that original process was going, so it's set most of its life. The latter years, it's set. Now, it's fairly simple. It's the same burner technology that we use on our tack truck, our liquid truck. So it's diesel burners with a thermostat, essentially. So that's the reason we want to have the mechanics check it out.
Will they allow us to take and run through the process before we purchase it?
Demo it. It's possible. I can inquire.
That'd be the only thing I'd love to do. I mean, I feel like it's probably, what you're saying is a good price, but if they let us demo it, and we know everything functions, we know where we're at.
My only concern is, what Mr. Smith is the burners,
Yeah.
they rust really fast, and it
Yeah.
appears that it's probably set outside.
Yeah, it has set some time.
But those burners may be housed and
Yeah.
dry, but I would
Just have our
like to see a
mechanics
burner,
check over it.
Function before we spent that on it.
Okay.
Replacing the burners on it may cost more than what.
It's a good idea. I mean, if it works properly, that'd be a great buy.
Maybe check and see what the cost of the burners, thermostat might be if it were to go bad
How much
anytime soon.
asphalt does it hold, do you know?
4 tons.
4 tons.
So what do we wanna do? You wanna,
Between now and next Monday, we can just crank the burners and make sure the burners work, then I'll be fine with moving forward.
Thermostat burners.
I would like to crank it up and maybe put some asphalt in it and see that it does heat up and do like it should. Because, those burners, if they're not burning correctly, you're not gonna get the proper,
well, with burners, if they fire up, as long as there is a good flame, you know what I mean, it is or it ain't.
I'll request a demo and then report back to you by next meeting.
what's the demo on it, and we'll know where we're at.
Okay.
We'll put that on the agenda and, wait and see how that turns out. Reports from staff. Mr. Campbell, you got anything else?
No, sir, thank you.
Mr. Manning,
No, sir.
Mr. Porter,
I don't have anything, thank you.
Rock?
Only thing I've got is, I know you all approved for the 2 deputies for the door. Is that gonna be the final thing, the 2 deputies for the door, or something else going?
That done the year, and then we're gonna work to see about doing the third another way.
So to the end of January, you've got?
No, it's,
It was funded long enough to run, I think, 10 months, the way it
That's
had
just-
run it.
Okay.
And, we moved those dollars out of
'Cause
contract services into that, so
that's what that shows.
it would operate 10 months before it.
I got you.
The
reason-
Budget shortfall, so.
The reason I'm asking is I've got an open spot I need to hire, but I'm not gonna do it if we're gonna lose a spot here because I can put her on the road, and I don't wanna hire somebody and then lay them off in, a few months.
We need to get together real soon and have a meeting about that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Comments from the commission, Mr. Venable?
We should be acting safe, thank you.
Ms. Gilbert?
Yeah, happy and safe Thanksgiving, and thanks to Jonathan and the guys for going out during the storm. Appreciate that.
You're welcome, I'll pass that on to them, thank you.
Mr. Sears.
I'd like to bring one thing up. The issue was brought up some time back about the forming committee on the Paint Rock Valley Historical School deal. I don't think we've had much response, and I've had several different ones that made phone calls, and I've talked to Mr. Porter. And if we can put that off and tell the superintendent, you know, after the holidays, after Christmas, I'm gonna have a little meeting. They keep on, we'd have a meeting, well, I hadn't had a chance to do anything, and we'll try to get a committee formed and go further, if that's okay.
Paper would please put in there that all anybody has to do to be on that committee is turn in a letter to the commission office.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't have to go through any particular person or anything, just write a letter or email a letter to the commission office.
No, that nobody wasn't concerned, they just still wanted to have a meeting right there, and I had a lot of I'd say the older folks, and that 80-year-old up, that was definitely wanting to get together and try to see how we could maybe pull things together and to hold it, you know, and I said, well, we was just put this in the paper where we could bring a committee together, which it hadn't been successful, and after New Year's, if y'all allow, I said, I'll have a little meeting over there and we'll try to come up with something and see where we stand. So I told them I would bring it to the table. Just something to be thinking about.
Mr. Reed.
I'm just happy to be here, and I hope everybody has a safe Thanksgiving, and I'm looking forward to working with everybody. It's new for me, but I'll take off running, and hopefully I do make everybody proud.
I won't follow back up on that too. I got off on the wrong thing. You know, it's just like Mr. Porter said, we got so many things to be thankful for. You know, and it's a hard road right here, and we're glad to have Daddy up here with us, and hopefully we can, you know, prosper and move things. I know it's a tight situation everywhere we look, but, you know, we've got a lot to be thankful for each and every day. And just wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
And I got, jumped over.
Forgot me again.
I did, and I apologize for that. So I'm new at this, but I'm getting it down pat, so.
I just wanted to ask you guys again, and everybody's here but Danny, when the commission, they give everybody a 3% raise this year. I had 2 employees that, I think the guidelines y'all said they had to be here 6 months. And I had 2 that were here 5 months and something that missed it, and I would just like for you guys to let me, I'll pay them out of, I've got just a little bitty discretionary fund, so it won't come out of general fund, I'll pay it, but I'd like to give them that 3% raise. It's about $1,500 roughly. And I know that's an ongoing thing that'll reoccur every year, but one of those employees is the one that's trained to take in a mapping office. So, you know, the next year, it's not gonna matter anyway, she'll move to a different position anyway. So I had asked that, and I had talked to some of y'all individually, and I think y'all said y'all didn't have a problem with it. And Mr. Ashburn, that was the chairman, he told me he just forgot to put it on the agenda for you guys to vote on. And I'd just like to ask you to consider that again. Just allow me to pay them 2 employees out of discretionary funds because they missed the raise by just a month, really.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
Mr. Porter.
As long as it's not gonna cost the general fund money, you can certainly take funds from Mr. Arnold's funds and make that up if you want to, but you'd have to make a motion to do that.
And again, I know it's a reoccurring every year. You know, I know if I just do it this one time, that doesn't solve next year, but the one employee, it doesn't matter. I mean, she'll move positions when that other person retires anyway. So then I'll just have that one, and I'll either ask you guys to work it in the budget for her next time, or I'll pay her out of discretionary again, but just on that 3% part.
Any discussion with that? Yeah. Nothing else? We're adjourned.
Make a motion.
Oh, do I gotta have a motion?
I do have to have a motion.
Make a motion.
I was so in sync until that. Can I get a motion?
I'll make that motion.
It doesn't say motion.
All in favor, say aye. Now we're here.
It wasn't always easy to get out of here.